Assalamu alaikum, this is me Atisham and you're watching my YouTube channel RILS The Lingua Expert. I'm the expert trainer of IELTS, PTE, OET, IELTS Life Skills and other English language proficiency exams. In this video, we're going to learn the concept of adverbial clauses, which is one of the categories of dependent clause. As we have already discussed the other two types of dependent clause in separate videos previously. One is noun clause and the second one is adjective clause. So if you haven't watched those videos, I do recommend you to first watch those videos and then get to learn the concept of this particular clause, which is adverbial clause. Now, what is adverbial clause? It's a type of a dependent clause which functions as an adverb in the sentence. As you know that adverb is the modifier of a verb, of an adjective and another adverb. So adverb actually modifies a verb, an adjective and another adverb. Similarly, the function of adverbial clause in a sentence is that it modifies a verb, adjective and another adverb. Now, there are certain subordinating conjunctions that we use in order to structure this particular clause, which is adverbial clause. So the most common conjunctions, as there are more than 70 conjunctions in English, but here I'm going to quote few examples of these time words or reason words or lots of words that we have, and just because of these words we categorize the adverbial clause in several types, which we will get to know later on in this particular video. Now I'm just going to give you few examples of the subordinating words that we will use in order to structure adverbial clause. And remember, this adverbial clause is the dependent one, and basically dependent clause is a combination of subject and a verb which does not stand alone to convey its complete sense. Similarly, adverbial clause also does not convey its complete sense. So some of the major subordinating conjunctions that we use are while, when, whenever, since, however, whereas, although, until, unless, and we have too many other words, as I've already stated that there are more than 70, so we cannot cover up all of them. But if you search with respect to these subordinating conjunctions, you're going to get to know about that what are the subordinating conjunctions that will help you to construct your adverbial clause. Now, I'll give you a few examples so that your mind gets clear to the adverbial clause. Now, the first example that I would like to quote here is that she ate the food as she was starving for the years. So this is a sentence comprising two clauses. One is dependent and the other one is independent. So which one is the dependent or adverbial clause? The clause which begins with a subordinating conjunction as. So this as she was starving for the years, this is an adverbial clause which does not convey its complete sense. However, on the other hand, she ate the food, this has its complete sense and it conveys the complete sense to the reader, and this is why we call it independent clause. So here the adverbial clause is as she was starving for the years, and this does not stand alone to convey its complete sense. And this clause of adverbial, it shows the manner of that action which previously was quoted. And one thing you have to note it down, that the use of adverbial clauses may come before the main clause or after. So it's your choice. The meaning will not change if you use after the main clause or before the main clause. So it's up to you, whichever format you feel feasible with, you may speak. Now, the second sentence I would like to quote here, that I will get up early so that I can see you. So I will get up early. This is an independent clause. So that I can see you. This is a dependent clause which does not convey its complete sense, and this talks about the reason that so that I can see you, so I will get up early in the morning, right? Or I will get up early so that I can see you. Now, the third example I would like to quote here is that whether you like it or not, you have to take the medicine. So because if somebody is ill and you ask him whether you like it or not, you have to take the medicine. So this is the condition that you have to take the medicine whether you like it or not. So whether you like it or not, this is a dependent clause. You have to take medicine. This is an independent clause, and the combination of one dependent and the other independent clause is known as the complex sentence in the types of sentence, which we will get to know later on. Now, the fourth example that I would like to quote here, that although he has a business degree, he's working in pharmacy. So although he has a business degree, this is a dependent clause because it does not convey its complete sense, and this is an adverbial clause. He's working in pharmacy. This is an independent clause. So this combination is also known as complex sentence. And the last example here I would like to quote, before we go on vacation, we must make reservations. So the time conjunction that is before this particular clause is an adverbial clause. Before we go on vacation. So this is an adverbial clause, and the later clause is known as independent clause, that we should or we must make reservations. So I hope these examples are enough and sufficient for all of you to get to fully understand the adverbial clause. Now I would like to tell you about the several subtypes of this adverbial clause. Now let's get to learn about. Now the first type is known as a time clause. The second type is the clause of place. The third type is clause of reason. The fourth type is the result clause. The fifth type is clause of contrast or concession. The sixth type is the conditional clause. Number 7 type is clause of purpose, and number 8 type is clause of comparison, in which we study either clause of manner or clause of degree. So we have got these many types in the adverbial clause, which we will learn each type separately in a video, and I'm going to soon upload all these videos with respect to the subtypes of adverbial clause. So if you have any query with respect to this adverbial clause, so you may feel free to ask me, and you can type your message in the comment box below. And if you've liked my video, please like and share, and also subscribe to my channel for more informative videos. Thank you so much for watching. See you inshallah in the next video with more lessons with respect to adverbial clause. Thank you. Wish you all the luck. Stay happy. Allah Hafiz.